Welcome back to another Final Table commentary. We got 5K PLO from Scoop 2021. Spring Championship of Online Poker. Wow, we got Linus, we got Runif, BMW Coupe. That's kind of cool, you know, during Scoop. Ace King 10-6 for Linus, going for a raise on the button. Double suited Queen 5-5-4 for Runif. 25 blinds for them. They're going to hang on out a little bit longer, look for something a little bit better. Aces under the gun for Rick. Going to put in the 3.5x raise. XD 8-9 lol heart with jacks. Lets it go. 39 blinds for them. I see Robix. Robix a strong player. I'm pretty sure in these weird 4-card games. Sierra Al-Azi. I think I'm going to have to just call you Sierra. Or a Z, one or the other. I'll go back and forth between them till I land on one. Did I get everybody? I think we got everybody. 7-handed. Alrighty, 4-card game. What's going on? A 5K buy-in. 25K for the next player who gets knocked out. Only 5 buy-ins. Ooh, that's silly stuff, PokerStars. I guess we just need some more runners in the tournament. Aces for Sierra. Uh-oh. Already pronouncing it wrong. It's going to be Aziz. Aziz with the aces. 9-5-3 deuce double suited for XD in the big. Has some low connectivity, but he will just let it go. Do-ba-da-do. Do I get it? Do. I think I'm going to pick the pace up for this even a little bit more. I was watching a PLO final table in the main event. And holy shit was it slow. We were limping the whole damn time, and we tanked for every limp. So it got a little ridiculous. We see a heart draw. Does he have a straight draw out there? XD will lead on out with that 4 high heart draw. We're going to pick up the pace even quicker. It's going to be difficult. Alright, let's get started on the fun. Queen Jack 4-4 for Rick in the muck dealer. Ace Queen 7-3 for XD. On the button, I like the prospects of raising. Ace King 7-6 for Linus. Linus, teach us what to do. Let's go to a flop. Queen 5-3. Something fun in PLO is sometimes you see a check raise with the weird, stupid, non-made hand with the ace of heart blocker. As we see Linus lead out on the flush completing turn, bringing in a straight draw for Linus. 4 or 9 would give him a straight. Instead, XD makes 3 of a kind. No, that's about queens and 3s. Wonder if they go for a raise here. Linus just bluffing it off his muffin. It's a small bet, though. So we do see XD raise the queen 3. It's, of course, going to get through as Linus. Again, I'll say it. He was bluffing off his muffin. Rick sure is thinking things through with those 13 blinds. King Jack 6-8 with a suit. See, this is what we don't like to see. Although again, like I was saying in the other super long PLO main event, it's like it makes sense once you're playing in a 5K tournament to think things through here with kings. Rick is staying nice and aggressive. The king is suited. Just gonna get it through. Nicely done, Rick. King Jack 9-8 with the suit. Rick says, well, ICM pressure isn't necessarily on me. Still thinking things through and lets it go. I don't quite understand what XD's thinking about. 50 blinds. So something I always say that's cool about the PLO games is those middling stacks we aren't going to see doing too much 3-betting. We'll even see some calls from the big blind with aces. Again, I imagine in cash game, not that I would know, that's always a raise on the final table. We play things tighter, we play smaller pots, we check down to the river. We call bets, that's what we do with aces. And then I've even seen a lot of nice folding with aces too. Just knowing when to give up. Kings and 9 for XD in the big blind, we'll put in a raise. Rick is like, 3-bet? Are you serious, dealer? I got a suited ace. What do you have? We'll never know, even though we knew. BMW, finally we get to hear from them with pocket kings. No suit, facing a 3-bet, looks like an easy fold. We'll see though. I don't understand PLO too much. No, BMW says let's freaking go. No ace, no straight. Rick is out of here. Good thing BMW got it in with kings. Teaching me a thing. Boop-a-doo-doo, duck-a-doo-doo. Ace, queen, jack, 4 for XD. Going for a raise on the button, and he's going to get it on through. A walk for BMW. Wahoo, wahoo. XD with jack, jack, 10-3. Think that's in the muck. But XD says, no, I'm raising. Ace, king, 5, deuce in the small blind for BMW. Puts in the 3-bet. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo. Again, I don't think we're calling. I didn't think we were raising, though. So who knows what to do with jacks. In the muck. Jacks and 4s double suited. That looks pretty there for Robix. He says it's worth a limp. We see kings come along for BMW. Ace high board. Well, jacks have seen a better flop. Kings are still good. Diamond draw for Syria. Nope, that's Aziz. Al-Aziz. King on the river. Boo, 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 boo. Second set for BMW. Jack's blocking queen jack. Always could get crazy. Does put out a little bet there. Looks to be 4/5 pot. And kings fold on the river. Nicely done by jacks. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Queen jack 4/4 for XD in the big blind. Looks like they're thinking about coming along. They do just find the fold. Ace 8 7 5 with a suit for XD in the small blind this time round. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna open fold. King queen 3/4. We'll just take it pre. Getting a walk. I don't know if that's great news. Obviously, with that hand for Robix, you want to flop a set or a straight. Taking it down pre. That's sweet too. Just scoop half a blind. There's no antes in this silly game. Linus put in a raise. I don't know what BMW Coop had, nor Linus. I was too busy thinking about nothing. I'll walk for BMW. Suited ace for Robix in the muck. Ace queen 9-7 for Linus. Plays the limp. Queens with the suit come along. Ace king jack 10. That's pretty for Runif. 200k to go. Linus quickly folds. Same with BMW. Boop-a-doo-doo. Runif with the raise there with the ace king jack 10. Makes sense. You want to protect your hand, although it just looks ridiculously strong. Being in second last place, although he's probably in last place at that point. Once you face 2 limps, all you have to do is check to see a flop. Once you put in a raise, it's damn strong. Ace jack 10-10 in the big lets it go. Kings will get it through for Runif, sorry. Ace king 10-7, what do we do? We got a suit. In the muck, says Runif. Ace king 7-3. Just gets it through pre-flop. So we haven't seen too much exchanging of the chips. We're waiting for some coolers. Robix is going to start things off with a 3x here with ace king queen 7. And Linus with the pair of 6s and some other bullshit. Let's it go. King 9-8-6. Just a fold from the small for Linus. That's a pretty ace king 10-10. Robix with jacks and a suit. Let's it go. Linus was doing limps earlier. We'll see if he continues. Starting things off with a limp. BMW looks like they'll come along, but nope. Getting a great price. Says no, I'm not even going to come along. Pretty nutted straight draw for Linus. Any 9, 10, king, or ace. Doo-ka-doo-doo. King jack 6-3 for XD. Let's it go. Ace king 8-7 on the button for BMW. We're raising it up. Al-Aziz with a pair of 10s. Oh, and the suited king is going to stick it in. Puts in right around half his chips, and he just gets it through pre-flop. Don't you dare do it again. 6-5-4, 3 double suited. That's a fun looking hand. But BMW's got the aces. If he 3-bets here, so the 3-bet rule about how we don't do it with aces is only applicable to those middling stacks. The big stack says I have aces, I raise. Gonna get it through there. The 6-5-4, 3 double suited doesn't get to go to a flop. That's a shame. Queen Jack 10-8, almost as probably even stronger than that other Al-Aziz hand. Double suited, limping it in. XD with 10s, and the small is thinking about coming along. Puts in a raise. Ace Queen Jack deuce for Robix in the big lets it go. Queen Jack 9 flop. Oof. XD blocks his straight and he's drawing to a king. Surely we have a straight if we're Runif. 8-10, yeah, we got a straight in top 2. XD puts in a half pot size bet. Runif rips it. XD only drawing to a king is probably going to have to fold. Even though he's getting a fair price. About 600 into 2.1 million. Very good price to call, but he cannot do it. Even blocking the straight. Doo-ka-doo-doo. Boop-a-doo-doo. Kings for XD, 30 blinds. What do? There's no suit and 7 deuce to boot. Limp it in, face a raise. This just feels like a fold to me, but I've been wrong before. Who knows when you start calling it off with the kings. I think it was BMW, right? So maybe because they had the big stack, they've got a little bit more playability. Ace King 10-5 with a suit for Runif gets it through pre-flop. 8-7-6-5 for XD. This is fun. I don't know if it's a play or not. Maybe in another circumstance, but not this one. King Queen 10 limping in the button with an 8 for Linus. Jack Jack 5 flop. Nobody with a jack. Nobody with a 5. Huh. Linus says 1 big blind to go. Everybody says I cannot come along. 25 blinds for Linus. That was a nice, very small pot for them to win with absolute jack shit. BMW with queens. Raising on the button. Getting it through. What do we got going on here? Al-Aziz in the small has something pretty. Ace King Queen 9. 3 X's. Jack 3 deuce deuce for XD in the muck. Ace 8-3-4 double suited for XD. What do? We're limping in. Robix with a double suited something something too. Jack 7-6 flop. Huh. Got some backdoor flush draws to the spades and hearts, but diamonds come in on the turn. I guess that works for Robix as well. Do. Although with that being said, I don't know if he's betting at all. He's got a pair of 3s. The 3s hold. XD blocking 8-9 is going to bet 1 big blind. Robix blocking 8-9. Queen 9 as well. Ace Queen as well. Sticks in the raise facing the 1 big blind bet. XD obviously with absolute nothing. He's going to have to fold. What if he jams though? Ooh wee wee wah. He'd get the pair of 3s out of the pot. Let's see it. Do it, XD. Do it. He's not calling. He's definitely just thinking about raising. He did not buy the story. He was a non-believer, but the pair of 3s were good. King 10-6-3 in the muck for XD. Al-Aziz. Ace King Queen 6-7. Nope, no queen there. My bad. A proud vegan. Interesting. Ace King 10-6. XD. Letting it go. Robics with the queens will raise it up in the suited ace. It gets on through. Kings with a suit for Al-Aziz. Goes 3.5x under the gun. I see aces in the big. Linus with a suited ace. And some connectivity as well. It's a fold. Aces for Runif, putting in the raise. Oh, and the suit is dominated too. Pretty bad deal. The jack is dominated. Just a horrific deal for Al-Aziz. Hopefully he finds a fold. Do-ba-do-do, do-ka-do-do, do-ka-do-do, do-ka-do-do. Find the fold. Ah, shit. Oh, at least you're gonna flop a full house. Royal flush draw for Runif. 10. Ooh. I mean, we need the 10 of clubs. Runner, royal flush draw. Unfortunate for Runif there to get it in with the aces. Al-Aziz with the kings, flopping the boat, gets the job done. Huge pot going their way, 37 bigs. And then things get weird here for Al-Aziz, and same for Robics. If they wait for the three-way battle, they'll make some $40,000. 8 buy-ins, pretty good deal for them. But it looks like Al-Aziz says, now that I have some chips, I'm going to play some pots. Let's go with the middle link connected bullshit there. Robics gets a walk. Pretty good deal for them. Ace King Jack 3 with a suit for Runif. He's going to raise it on up. Get it on through. Ace Queen 5-4 into the big blind of BMW is going to be a pretty easy fold. Ace Queen 9-9 will put in the 3x. Ace King 3 deuce for BMW in the big folds. Blind on blind, this will be interesting. BMW limping. Jack 8-5-4. Doesn't want to see a raise. Ace 7-5 flop. Starting things off with a min bet, and Runif has to fold. Kings for Linus Love, double suited, that's fun. Sticking in the raise. Ace King Queen 5 for Robics. We'll fold to the 3-bet. Robics is King Jack 10-10, gets through with a raise under the gun. I'll walk for Robics, so they're hanging in there with 40 blinds. BMW still with a very comfortable 60. Ace King 7-6 on the button. We're double suited, surely we play this 3x, 3.5x, my bad. Linus folds the big, we're moving along. Aces in the big blind for BMW coupe. Ace Jack 9, 3 double suited. XD does just escape danger. Linus with a double suited bullshit hand. With a little bit of connectivity, limps it in. Face in the 3x, what the hell do we do? Quick fold from Linus. A suited ace on the button. We'll see if he plays it into the short stacks big blind. He is going to go for the raise, a little bit more than min. 2.2-ish. Another suited ace for Linus. We'll play limp this time. Al-Aziz, Ace Jack 10-3 in the big, just checks it back. Flops a straight draw to a queen. Linus turns the nuts. Don't foresee Al-Aziz bluffing here though. Min bet on the turn, will get through. Queens for Runif with a suited jack. 4 is no fun, but looks to be good enough for Runif. 10s with the 8-6 are going to come along. We got some straight outs. 5, that's not it though. XD unfortunately doubles up Runif. Although he's only at 10 big, so although it does kind of hurt XD, he's still got a little bit of a lead over him. Ace King 10-10 for Linus, facing a 3-bet up from the shorty. He's going to get it in there. Runif's life's on the line again with aces. King on the flop. 2 pair outs. Straight outs. Diamond outs. Royal flush draw. Linus misses it all. Aces hold. Back-to-back double up for Runif. 22 blinds. Just like that, he covers 2 players. Linus is on the ropes with 12 blinds. Facing a limp. We're going to a flop. Bottom set for Linus. We got a nice straight draw for Robix. No flush draw though. What does he need? A 9, a 10. Oh, sorry, 10's 2 pair. A king's 2 pair. Still losing the bottom set. Blocks the straight. 5 on the river. Ace 10 makes a straight. 10-9 makes a straight. Linus has bottom set. 2 pair going for some value here. Hopefully Linus finds the call. Unfortunately not. I wonder if that's a value bet. Like, would you bluff with top 2 pair? With the straight blocker? Or sorry, it wasn't top 2, it was top and 3rd pair. Huh. I wonder. We see 3s fold, so maybe it's a bluff. Maybe it's a value bluff. To me, it seems like a value bet, but like at the same time, it works as a bluff. So that makes me think, well, am I just wrong in the fact that he's value betting? Maybe because he's blocking kings and jacks, ace 10, 10-9, he's bluffing. Interesting stuff. Ace queen 10-4 for Al Aziz coming along in the big blind. Robix with top pair and a straight draw to a ace or a 9. Jack on the turn is no help for nobody. Goes check check. Diamonds complete. Al Aziz with the pair of queens and aces. Oh, I didn't even realize. I thought Robix had the best of it with king queen. How did I not see Al Aziz with ace queen? Doop-a-doo-doo, doop-boop-boop-boo. What's going on here? Ace 4-3 deuce is kind of cool in the small blind. Being in second last, slightly behind Runif. XD just says fold. Boop-a-doo-doo, ace jack 4 and a 7, double suited, raising it up. Linus with just a bunch of bullshit. Eventually folds the big blind. Linus with some more bullshit, folds around to him, and he just folds the small blind. No surprise, BMW is going to have some chips to play back against you, although I think he had a real shitty hand that time. Ace queen jack 9 with a suit for Linus, ripping it in, pretty much. Half his chips. Runif, ace queen 6-5, with a suit, we'll let it go. Boop-a-doo-doo, Runif has aces, that's fun. Queen jack 7-3 for BMW. He's playing nice and disciplined poker. We haven't seen too much of a big stack bully so far. BMW has done a very good job of picking away at the pots when it's their turn. Like, I wouldn't say he's got the big stack bully image, so you wouldn't expect just 3 bets randomly coming in. 8-7-6-4, thinking about defending the big. Would have to pay a full 2.5x. Linus's aces get through. I think he had aces. Boop-a-doo-doo. Linus with ace queen 9 deuce in the big. Probably would have preferred if his ace was suited over the queen. Folded around to the small blind. Robix puts in a raise. Double suited king 8-7-3. Hopefully Linus comes along. 7 high flop. Not too good for Linus. Nope. If he calls, he's going to need some 2 pair outs. Ace, queen 9. Backdoor hearts. We'll just find the fold. Ace, jack 7 deuce for Runif. Suited ace. Raise it up under the gun. Jack 9-9-8. The big stack. BMW in the big blind. You'd expect your opponent to have a lot of high cards here. Just so happens to have some middling. and low and high cards. And the important note there is just that BMW probably isn't calling because he expects all of his straight outs to be in Runif's hand. 3 of a kind for BMW. What's going on for Runif? Nothing. He has a good shot to a 10, I suppose. To the shit end of a straight. Linus is gonna have to take a stand eventually. We'll see if this double suited bullshit's good enough. Nope. King Jack 3-5. You don't want to have the disconnection between your 4 cards, even though it's double suited. Queens with the suited ace for Runif goes for a raise. Double suited Jack Jack 10-10 for XD in the big. We're going to a flop. Full house there for XD. That's a good start. Queens, probably not gonna put in too much more chips here. Blocking Queen Jack. You don't block clubs. Maybe Runif puts in a bet. We're gonna learn. Full pot, pretty well committing him. We're not folding a boat. Runif's gonna need a queen. Hearts won't do. Ace won't do. King will not do neither. The boat holds for XD. Pretty beautiful Jack Jack 10-10. Working out well for him. Getting aces the next hand. Double suited King 6-5-4 for Robix in the big. Does stick in the raise. Very cool. Robix trying to use the stack as an advantage. Oh, he sticks him with the frickin' emoji. The firework emoji. And then he sticks him with the 3-bet. Robix comes along flopping a flush draw. And the straight draw to boot. He's got a 3, a 5, a 6. Right? Or is that just 2 pair? My bad. That's just 2 pair. But that would beat aces. XD also has a straight to a 5. Oh my lord, 8 on the turn. That will bring in the straight for Robix. No 2 pair outs, no 3 of a kind. Well, I guess that wouldn't even work. Robix had the straight. Get that through your head, man. Wowie wee-wah. Pretty damn bad turn there for... Who was that? XD? Oof. We like what we saw from XD. Just... unfortunate run of cards there at the end. Blind on blind. You're facing an aggressive opponent. A nice play to limp it in. Go for the 3-bet after you face a raise. Just a damn shame. BMW with aces and jacks will let it go. I didn't quite see if Robix had the straight or not. So either a nice play by them or unfortunate that they missed out on value. A6-5-4, we got 3 blinds. We're going to get this in. We're going to need some help. A queen is, what's going on? A 6 on the river. That's a boat. 3 of a kind, not a boat. Uh-oh. When things get quick, things get hard to talk about. Boop-a-doo-doo. Ace high board for BMW. Pair of 8s for Robix. BMW also with a pair of 8s. With a straight draw, blocking clubs. Robix finds the fold with a slightly better hand. On a scary board. Aces and deuces for Rubix. Linus comes along, doesn't flop anything. That's a damn shame. Might stick in the Queen Jack 8-7. He's just ready to run it now. BMW's got a fair hand. He flops a freaking flush. Holy crap. Things are getting difficult. Linus out in 4th. After hanging in there with that short stack for quite a while. Think he came in here last place. If not, second last. So to get 4th, it's like GG. Good stuff. Pair of 7s for Robix. Backdoor flush draw, turning top 2. Shit. Al-Aziz. Jack 6. This is rude. With the 4 blocker, leading pot. Quick call from Robix. Diamonds complete on the turn. Maybe this goes check check. It's not a huge pot, but Al-Aziz still loses a little there on the turn. Kings for Robix, plays raise. Nut flush draw for BMW. A paired board though. And the ace is pretty scary. A queen isn't great. Queen is not great. BMW playing king queen. Does block some ace x bullshit. Diamond on the river, that will do. Robix checks. This is just going to be huge 1 million chip pot going BMW's way. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Very small bet on the river, but Robix doesn't pay. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Al-Aziz getting a walk. 8544 for BMW on the button. Lets it go. And a walk for Robix. Boop, 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 boo. 10875, limping it in. Ace, king, queen, flopping top pair with a straight draw to a jack. Facing a lead on the turn. Weird stuff. 6 on the river, 3 of a kind for Robix. I didn't even realize, but that's still good. Bets pot on the river. And takes it down. Did he have a boat even? I didn't see. I gotta pay better attention. Jack 9 flopping a straight. Backdoor nuts for Siri with the spades. That was a weird way of saying that. Ooh, 5-6 makes a straight. Al-Aziz just with the pair of sevens. With the straight draw to a jack. I mean, queen 9 is the nards. 9-7. Does it lose to 9 jack? Nope. We just chop it up as we have the same straight. That's funny. I don't know why I thought it would lose there. I've just seen some weird things and my brain has a hard time comprehending them. Ace king 7-3 facing a limp. What do we do? Sticks in the raise and BMW folds. So BMW is tied up with Robix. That's pretty cool to see. Blind on blind. What do we do? Jack 7-3-5 with a suit in the muck. Queen Jack 7-8 for Robix on the button. Raising and getting it through. This is why we sped things up, because otherwise this would be way too slow. We gotta wait for some sort of hand like this. Queen Jack 10-6 for Al-Aziz. Calling in the small blind. Flopping the flush draw. Then we got top pair with sort of rappy-dappy-dappy-doo straight on the... No, that's not a straight. My bad. He doesn't have a wrap. Fuck me. Looked like he had a wrap. Flush completes for Al-Aziz. Slightly taking a lead over BMW after that pot. What's going on here? 3s on the river for Robix. Pair of 7s for BMW. We'll just check it down and see how bad the news is. Jack 9-7-6 for BMW. Now the short stack will let it go. A suited ace 7 with an 8 and a 9 for Al-Aziz. Goes for the raise. King 7-4 comes along to... King 7-4-3 comes along to a flop, flopping top and bottom. Spades complete on the turn. And a weird straight draw for Al-Aziz. Needs a 9, a 7, or an 8. A 5 would work too. Queen of spades isn't it, but he could bluff. Doesn't have a spade. Says, I don't really care if I have a spade or not. And Robix folds a 2 pair. Did he have a straight on the river? 9-7, nope. I don't know why I thought he had ace jack. King queen 10. 7 with a suit. We'll raise it on up. 7-6-3-3 comes along, flopping a straight draw to a 9 and the 3 of a kind draw. Maybe even a quad draw. Queen on the turn, giving Robix top 2. Has the third pair as well with a 7 in case he wants to make a boat. Not today. Ace King Jack 3 for BMW, putting in a raise. Blocks Queen Jack, that's fun. Robix drawing to a 6. Doesn't have the backdoor clubs, but has backdoor diamonds. We'll just let it go on the flop. Ace King 10-4 for Al-Aziz. We'll just get that through pre-flop. King 9-7-7, eh? Putting in the raise. We're double suited. Al-Aziz coming along to a flop. Boop-a-doop-boop-boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Interesting straight draw. Any ace 4-3-6 will do. Top set for Robix. Backdoor spades as well. A jack is weird. Alizi's picking up top pair. Robic surely gonna put in another bet here. What's the size? 787k to go. We see the straight draw come along. 8 on the river. Goes check, check. Robic shows him set. 72 big blinds. Picking up ace king 4-4 in the big. Ace king 10-5 for BMW. We both see a queen 7 flop. Looks better for being in position. Backdoor royal no, not a royal flush draw, just the flush draw for Robic, and the pair of fours puts in a raise and gets it through. Interesting. Whoo, we got some two pairs going on. Both players with the same 7-3. 4 on the turn doesn't change anything. Jack on the river will give BMW Coupe the best of it. Just goes check, check. Limp pot. Boop-a-da-doo-doo. A boat for BMW. Queen, put it out there, dealer. Aliziz, only with the straight draw. Facing a min bet, will fold on the turn. Ace king deuce 5 for BMW. We're right back in there. We're taking it down. Ace queen 7 deuce for Robix. Limp pot. 8-8-3 flop. Nobody with an 8. Nobody with a 3. Doop-a-da-doo. 5 on the river, giving the best of it to BMW. Wait, what? Did he make a... Did he have an... What the fuck? Did he have an 8 the whole time? Oh, we play 3 of a kind because you have to play 2 cards from your hand. So the high cards play. Oh, PLO, you're a fun game. Boop-a-da-doo. Pair of kings for Aliziz. That's fun. Deuce on the turn. Doesn't really change anything. BMW playing 10s. Won't even call them in bet on the river. Aces, that's fun. Double suited 6-6-5-5. Flopping a straight draw to a 4 and the flush draw to the heart. Top set for aces. Well. Robic surely going to a turn. King of spades, that's not the card we were looking for. We will learn if BMW Coupe can price out this very strong draw. 684k to go, 1.2 behind. That's going to be pretty indicative of if we're going to call or not. How much chips are behind? How much can we win if we hit our hand? Robic says that's not quite enough for me to draw. 5-4-4 flop. Fun straight draw for Aliziz again, and the flush draw for BMW. Also has a straight draw to a 6. So the 6 would be really rude. A club won't change much. A 5, not that interesting either. Is BMW, only as ace high. 3 of a kind for Aliziz. Flush completes, we'll bet half pot and get it through. A walk for BMW. Blinds go up. I like to see it. Think we're still playing limp pots, but at least we have a chance of seeing some explosions. 8-6 with a little straight draw to a 5 or a 9. Interesting. Pair of 5s going for a raise on the flop, having this board pretty well connected. Blocking 5-6. King on the turn. Aliziz fires away and the straight draw folds. Doop-a-doo-doo. 20 blinds now for Aliziz. Robix 57 and BMW 24 with the 1 included. Doop-a-doo-doo-doo. Jack 8 flop. Would be cool to see BMW stab, but don't necessarily see a reason for it just quite yet. They do turn very well, picking up a straight draw to a 4. An 9, a spade would do. Does put in a raise over the raise. Boop-a-doo-doo. Ace queen deuce 3 in the muck for BMW without any suited connectedness. Ace queen 5 8 will play 3x from the small. Jacks come along to the flop. 10 9 3 2 spades. A jack would be the weirdest card in the world now, wouldn't it? An 8 doesn't change much. Robick's blocking the straights. Queen jack, jack 7. Al-Aziz checking it over. We see a big old bet from the jacks, and he takes it down. I mean, that's pretty nice for Robick's to take it down on the turn. Don't have to see a scary river or anything. Don't give your opponent a free card. There's probably very few free cards given in PLO, unless you just got the absolute nizzles. And I do like to see slow plays from the nizzles, so it's like, it's so weird because in PLO a lot of your well, just like in any card game, your bluffs are going to be coming around depending on what cards you have and the connectivity to the board. So if you're blocking the nut flush, it's hard. Well, you can't have the nut flush blocker and your opponent have the nut flush, right? So it's hard to get bluffs out of your opponent if you have the nuts, because your opponent can't block the nuts, obviously. Although in some cases they can. So now we're back to the action after I just went down a little rabbit hole in my head. Queens for Al-Aziz, limping it in. Flopping top set. Flush draw for Robick's. We could see some fireworks. Does block king jack. Comes along to a turn. We got 2 pair for Robick's. King would be a rude river. Ace jack is the nuts. A 9's pretty rude too. Al-Aziz looking to get a full double up here. We'll check it over. Robick's sizing up a bet. If he checks, ooh, could you imagine? Very unlikely with a boat here. 350k to go. Al-Aziz losing to 9s and kings. Robick's with king 9. It's going to be a hard fold. Don't expect your opponent to be bluffing here too often. What would he have? Maybe king queen 10? Something like that. That would be an interesting bluff. But then you've got the king of diamonds, so it makes it a little bit less likely. Nice fold on the end there by Robick's. Queen 6-5 for Robick's on the button, raising it up. Flops bottom 2 pair. Al-Aziz with a straight draw. Goes check, check anyhow. Ace on the turn, bringing in another flush draw. 5 on the river. That's a straight for Al-Aziz. 7-8. 3 pair for Robick's. Hopefully they can find a fold. That's a pretty big bet. There's plenty of missed draws. Jack 10, Queen Jack. Some of those holdings with hearts or spades. Robick's finds the call with all the pairs. Sees the bad news. Ace Queen 6 flop. Top pair, top kicker for BMW. Ooh, sorry, just kidding. He's got top and bottom. Pair of aces for Robick's. We'll just find the fold on the flop. Queen 8, 5, 3 in the muck. So Robick's is down a few chips. This is getting weird. We don't really have a crazy first place position. Siri Ali Aziz with the kings will raise it up. You can get it through from the big blind. Robick's 44 bigs gets a walk. A walk for BMW. Oh, how kind, everybody. Jack 10 9 deuce. We're back to limping. Double suited Queen 7 3 3 for Al-Aziz. It's a stupid backdoor flush draw as it's dominated by BMW. Pretty strong straight draw for BMW. Any ace, jack 10, 9. Backdoor spades to boot. Pair of threes. Oh, sorry, he's got a queen. He folds on the flop. Boo, 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 boo. 5, 5, 4, 3 in the muck. Robix had a very strong ace, queen, jack 10. Excuse me. Top pair. Top kicker for Aliziz. Top 2 for BM. No, he's got no top 2, just a pair of 10s. Straight draw to a queen. Comes along to a turn, makes pair of 5s to boot with the jacks. Ace king checks 9 on the river. Jack 5 is good if we see showdown. Do. BMW running a little hot there. Just to take a little pot there. King jack for deuce in the muck. Robix gets another walk. Ace king 10 3 for Aliziz. Gets it through pre. We are really going to need a cooler here. Aces for BMW. Limping it in. I love to see it. Ace queen 4 flop. Jack on the turn. Okay, a little bit of a cooler here. Top set with the nut flush draw for BMW. And the nuts for Aliziz. One big blind or half pot on the turn. The thing is that's interesting is BMW's outs are very obvious. Any diamond or board pair. Deuce isn't it. Still has a very strong top set. Gonna be difficult to fold. Full pot on the river. If you fold top set, great job. What's he bluffing with here? Hopefully 10s or kings. More likely kings. You got the king of diamonds, so things get weird, right? Do. Robix limping it in. BMW down to 17 blinds. They flop pretty damn well here though. Middle set. Just a backdoor flush draw and 2 pair for Robix. Diamond on the turn. 8 jack completes. 8-6 completes. Still plenty of straight draws. 6-7 or sorry 6-5. Even the 6-5 7-8 bullshit. I guess that makes it straight. My bad. BMW will just see a check down. Then they get aces. Queen jack 8-3 double suited for Robix. Did bet big pre-flop, so he's kind of priced in to come along. He flops top pair. He's got the backdoor 2 pair now. Backdoor straight draw. That's what I was trying to say. Robix bangs off 2 pair on the river. Aces get cracked. Whew, so we do finally get heads up. Robix kind of does deserve it. Not that BMW doesn't. BMW did do a good job with the big stack. Played very snug. Didn't put too much pressure on the other players. Just maintain that chip stack very well. Ali Aziz. I don't know why I say Ali. It's Al. Al Aziz. Top pair. Flush blocker. Puts in the raise. Robix was bluffing there. Interesting. I wonder what we do here. We're just playing checks. We got a straight draw. The heart blocker for Alizi. King on the river. Both players make a pair of kings, but I bet this just goes check. Oh, just kidding. Goes bet fold. Her. Robix making bottom 2 pair with the backdoor nut flush draw, turning a boat. Aziz with a straight draw to a 5 and a pair of 4s. That's no good for him. Boop-a-da-doo. Fold. There we go. 9, 7, deuce, 4 double suited. Plays 3x. King 10, 10, queen. That's very strong. I don't know why I said it in that order. Robix surely coming along to a flop. Even puts in the 3-bet. Quick fold from Syria. Queen 8-4-4 facing a limp. We'll check it back. Flopping the flush draw and a straight draw to a 6. 9 on the turn, eh? 9 on the river, eh? 4s are good if they... No, they're not. 5s are good. My bad. Robix with the pair 5s gets the job done. Also had 9s. I didn't even see that. What the hell's wrong with my eyes? I thought 4s were good. Uh-oh. We got 3 pair for Robix. We both got the spade draw. Aziz blocking the nuts. Doesn't have a straight. Does fire away. Robix calls. Everything misses. And he jack with a Broadway makes the nuts. Big bomb. Robix folds the 3 pair. Ooh wee wah. Pretty darn big pot for Al Aziz. Almost caught up to Robix there. A pair of 9s on a paired board. We got some full house outs. A jack's not what we wanted to see. Al Aziz makes the pair. We'll check back the turn. Check from Robix. And probably a check. Check. We'll take the pot. 43 bigs. Al Aziz, King Jack 5-5 double suited. We go to a flop. 9-4 deuce. 2 diamonds. Robix with top set. Betting about 2/3. Al Aziz comes along. Does he pick up a straight draw? No, he does not. Just looking for some diamonds. Probably not going to get to pay the bet on the turn. Full pot size bet and a quick fold from the diamond draw. So we had 1/2 of a cooler. We're just waiting for a full cooler. Ace King 10-6, that's strong. Starting things off. Jack 5-4 flop. Not too fair, Poker Stars. Not much going on for Robix. We got 2 pair for Al Aziz. Queen would be pretty rude. Just the pair of 10s. I don't know if Robix comes along. Nope, just gonna find the fold and move along. Limp pot, ace queen, 8 deuce, flopping top pair. Top is the kickers, nut flush draw blocker. A pair of 4s for Robix, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. Comes along making 2 pair, the 2 pair draw. 9 on the river, 2 pairs still good for Robix. It's the bottom 2 pair. Al Aziz checks back top pair, top kicker, and sees the horrific news. Ace, ace, king flop. Both players with backdoor spades. Al Aziz out of position, faces a very tiny bet. Put the queen of spades out there, dealer. Ace on the turn, that's a 4 of a kind, is it not? Ace 10. Ace 10 makes 4 of a kind. We see a lead on out. Interesting. Boop-a-doo-doo. Robix bluff. Do it. Find a bluff. Just a horrific time to bluff, eh? Right when your opponent has quads. Surely you're not going to call. Calls? Calls with the pair of 6s. What the fuck? Heads up, PLO. I've got no idea what's going on. He has a boat. He beats any pair of kings. Robix does find the fold on the river. And we chop it up as we get totally even. So we just top up the remaining prize pool. We're just going for the title now. What if they just 3-bet it all in and say, let's just flip for the freaking remaining couple thousand? Queen 10, 8-5 for Robix on the button, flopping bottom 2. That's a straight for Al Aziz. Goes check, check. Clubs complete on the turn. 9-7 makes a straight as well. Robix checks. Full pot on the river for him to call it, and he won't even call with 2 pair. Do. Suited ace gets through pre for Alaziz. Ooh, pretty 10-9-9-8 for Robelix. And the interchanging suits. Come on, dealer. Give Alaziz something to play with there. Excuse me. Ace 9-5 deuce with the pair of 2s. Checking back the flop. Pair of 10s looks good for Robix. My bad. Goes bet call on the river. Hearts for Robix. Backdoor draws for Alaziz. Won't even pay the bet on the flop. King 10-6-8 going 3x facing a raise from the aces. Huh. Let's go to a flop, dealer, just for fun. Let's play a nice big pot. Probably not the one Robix wants to be playing. Robix. But he flops the nut flush draw. Doesn't have a straight draw just quite yet. Top set for Alaziz. Picking up a straight draw to a jack too. Interesting. Won't be able to call a pot size bet, I don't think. No, Robix has to fold the draw. Any heart or jack would have done. I mean, pretty darn big pot for Alaziz. What do we got going on here? Robix with a pair of jacks. Just king high for Alaziz. Paired board. Making a 3 on the river. Robix goes for a little value with queen jack. Pay him off. Pay the man his money. Nope, not this time. Double suited king jack 8 deuce versus double suited queen 9-3-3. Both players with the same flush draws, but unfortunately we don't see any of them come on the flop, so not too much action. Queens get through for Robix. We move along. We're waiting for our cooler. Spades for Robix. Pair of 8s for Alaziz. See a pretty big bet on the flop. From the 10 high spade draw, it gets on through. Alaziz. With the queen high, what do? Backdoor straight draws and a pair of 6s. Jack's put in a raise facing a limp. 8-6-6. Oh, 8-6-4-4 comes along. Has a straight draw to a 5 or 10. Facing a small bet. 4 would be a 3 of a kind. Could also. Nope, the 5 and the 10 are still his straight outs. Jacks check. I think this would get through. Fire away. Bomb it on the turn. There you go, 900k into the middle. Alaziz comes along with his jacks and the straight draw to the 10. A 10 would have been horrific. Now we're sitting here with a pair of 4s. Do we just give up or do we go bombs away? All in from the pair of 4s trying to get the jacks to fold. Alaziz is thinking this one through. If he can make the call, this is over. How do you call here with jacks though? Surely he isn't calling. Oh my lord, he just found the call. Holy shit. What a call by Alaziz. Woo-wee-wee-wah. That's one way to end this PLO final table. Just a huge hero call. So Robix starting things off in second place. Not surprised to see them be one of our more aggressive players along with BMW. Aziz, we hung out there for quite a while. Let's see how the final table kind of went down to 19 blinds, just blinding down. But in last place, waiting for Linus to eventually bust. Picking up some pots. Never had the huge stack final 3. That's interesting. Get things started off. The slight disadvantage. Robix played a very nice heads-up battle. But unfortunately, the aggression got picked off there at the end by Aziz's pair of jacks on an ace-high board. The board pairs on the river. Wow, quite the finish here. Shit. So yeah, that was a 5K PLO. If you don't care for the commentaries, go check out the BCP poker replays. He's got so many damn videos. But if you do care for the commentary, thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you in another one. Adios.